What's up? It's Tice, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you the full entire strategy on exactly how I would start out phone flipping in 2025 from A to Z. And by the end of this video, you'll have a very strong understanding of exactly how to start out phone flipping, get your first couple phones and everything, so you could actually go ahead and do all this for yourself and make your first couple $1,000s. So if you have no clue who I am, my name is Tice, and I've been able to scale my phone flipping business past $10,000 profit a month within my first 6 months, and that's because I set myself up the right way. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to set yourself up the right way so you could hit those numbers pretty quick if you're looking to hit those numbers. Here's just some proof that I know what I'm doing, just some phones that I've got, just some pictures, some batches of phones, so you know I'm not just bullshitting you. Also, some more proof. This is not to flex. This is just to show you I know what I'm talking about, and I'm just not bullshitting you. So this is the month of April. This was within my first 6 months of phone flipping. And a lot of it is because I set myself up the right way. Now, the month of April, I did a little bit over $73,000 in revenue and $19,000 in profit. And keep in mind, this is no cash deals. This doesn't include any cash deals that I've done in those months. And a lot of phone flipping is cash deals. And then again, the month of May, revenue was a little bit over $55,000 and profit was a little bit over $16,000. Same thing, no cash deals, but actual screenshots from my literal bank account. Again, this is not to flex. This is just to show you I know what I'm doing. I know my shit, and I'm just bullshitting you. So first thing we're going to dive into exactly how to find the market value of phones. Let me make my head a little smaller first. Exactly how to find the market value of phones. So first of all, what I did when I first started out was I used eBay sold listings to find what the average market value is. And also I'm going to answer the question of what is a good deal and also what is the margin that I should shoot for. So exactly how you're going to find the market price of a phone is going to be right on eBay. So what we do is we search up, let's just search up exactly what I had. So the iPhone that we're looking at, let's say it's a 13 Pro Max. We're going to search that up on eBay. We're going to scroll down and we're going to go to sold items. Right, so we're going to go to sold items. Same thing on mobile. It's just you just have to click show more. When you scroll down, you have to click, there's like 3 bars at the top, and you have to click show more, and then go down to sold items, completed items. And now all you're looking for is just the average price. Also, I always mark this 13 Pro Max because sometimes it'll show me 12 Pro Maxes, 14 Pro Maxes. So always mark that. And all you're looking for is the average sold price that the price is selling for. I mean, that the phone is selling for. So once you get your average price, that's when you can make your offer of exactly, what you should offer, right? And what is a good deal? Well, that's how you find a good deal. And you're shooting for around $50 to $100 in profit per phone. Especially when you're starting out, you don't want to be greedy, but you're shooting for $50 to $100 profit per phone. So that's exactly how you find the market value. You're going here, you're looking at about 10 to 15 listings, and you're going to find the average price of what they're selling for. Make sure you match up the condition and and make sure you're avoiding carrier locked phones. Like, take notes on just all I'm saying, just so you know, keep in mind, do not buy a carrier locked phone, a SIM locked phone when you're just starting out because you don't have a wholesale buyer. You have no way to get rid of that phone. So do not buy carrier locked phones, only buy unlocked phones, right? And again, make sure it matches the condition of the phone you're looking at. If you're looking at a phone on Facebook Marketplace and it's all scratched up, don't compare it to a phone that says in the title on eBay, mint condition, right? This is just basic stuff that you guys should know already, and I shouldn't have to say that. So that's exactly how you're going to find the average price. What's a good deal? That's how you find a good deal. And what is the margin I should shoot for? It's only a good deal if you can make $50 to $100 profit on that phone. Okay, where to get the phones? So there's free methods to get phones and there's paid methods to get phones. So the free methods that I first used when starting out, well, actually, when I first started out, I only used free methods. And I recommend if you're just starting out, you only use free methods too. So number one would be cold outreach, the most common. Everybody does this. Everybody talks about this is cold outreach. And the next one is going to be free ads on Facebook Marketplace. This is something that not many people do, but it does help you get some more phones in. And also a paid method would be Facebook paid ads, which I don't recommend beginners to do. unless you actually have the money to put into it and you are looking to take this to the next level. Or if you have around $1,500, you could definitely dive into Facebook paid ads. But if you're a complete beginner, I would watch this first and do the steps in here first before you dive into that, because you do want the fundamentals and kind of the bare basics of how to. You already want to have already done 2 to 3 meetups and checked 2 to 3 phones and met up with, like, you kind of want to go through the process of it, right? I always recommend do cold outreach, get your first couple phones so you know how to check a phone, you know how to buy a phone, you know how to talk to the customer, make an offer. So we're going to go over the free methods right now. So cold outreach, that's not that either. So cold outreach, here's exactly what I'm doing. So let's look up just iPhone, right? We're not looking for anything really specific. Obviously, the less capital you have, the lower model of phone you're going to be looking for. So if you don't have that much capital, I'm going to be looking for iPhone 11s, iPhone 12s, iPhone XRs. Whereas if you do have a little bit more capital to play with, you could go for higher tier phones. And no, higher tier phones aren't going to make you higher profit, right? I'll make the same profit. Again, no matter what phone you're buying, you're shooting for $50 to $100 profit. I don't care if I'm buying an iPhone 11 or an iPhone 16 Pro Max. I'm shooting for $50 to $100 profit per phone. So this is exactly how I do this. So again, obviously you want to read the description, make sure everything is good. This one has a small crack, it says, so I'm going to just stay away from it. You don't want any headaches when you're just starting out. You just want to kind of just get a phone. You don't want no headaches of trying to sell a cracked phone or anything like that. Especially for your first 2 to 3 phones, just try to get a normal phone, please. Because a lot of you guys, bare basics, you guys don't really know what you're doing. So let's see this 14 Pro Max. All right, 512 gigabytes, like new. Okay. Now what I would do is iPhone 14 Pro Max, 512 gigabytes, copy and paste that right into eBay. Oops. So I'll copy and paste that right into eBay. Go to sold items right there. And now it's going to show me all 14 Pro Maxes. So I'm just going to click that, make sure it only shows me 14 Pro Maxes. Now from here, you're not going to look at these ones that are selling for $1,000. This is unrealistic. This is not where you're going to sell it for. Look for the actual legit listings. Avoid these listings. Look for actual legit iPhone pictures of actual people that are selling their actual iPhones. Not any of these. Avoid these. You'll get a very bad understanding. So let's say I go through it. Let's say the average price I could sell my 14 Pro Max for, I could sell it for, let's say I could sell it for $650, right? So in this example, here's exactly how I would reach out to this seller. So here's exactly how I would reach out to this person. So number one is going to be watch out for scams, right? I'll tell you about that in a second. Watch out for scams. You're going to keep it very short and direct when you're reaching out to somebody, and you're going to understand your value. Now, your value is speed and cash. That is the only value you have as somebody doing cold outreach. You don't have any leverage against the customer. So your only value is how quick can you go pick up that phone and can you offer cash? If you could, they're more likely to go with you. And again, when you're doing cold outreach, it's a pure numbers game. You have to reach out to 30, 20 people a day to secure one phone. This is why I don't like cold outreach. This is why I don't personally do it. And cold outreach is not going to get you to that 5K, 6K, or beyond a month range. This is just how I would start out, bare basics, if I wanted to just buy my first couple phones. So it's a numbers game, and let's dive straight into that. So exactly how to watch out for scams. I'm just going to tell you. I'm not going to actually, I will show you too. So let's go back on Facebook Marketplace. First of all, if you have a little bit of a brain, you're going to be able to watch out for scams. You're going to know what a scam looks like. But for the people that don't have that big of a brain, let's kind of show you. First of all, if it looks too good to be true, most of the time it is. iPhone 15, no, it looks pretty good. Well, obviously, if the picture is like this, it's probably not legit, right? If the picture is all blurry and everything, it's probably not legit. You guys should know that already. And if the deal looks too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true, right? If an iPhone 14 unlocked is going for $100, it's probably too good to be true. So this is exactly what I'm looking for right now. when I'm looking at a scam. All right, bad quality picture. It's not a super bad quality picture, but there's just one picture, right? $100 for an iPhone 14 that's unlocked. All right, that's already a red flag. Next thing is going to be he joined in 2025. Whenever you see somebody join in 2025, it's most likely a scam, and I stay away from that. Boom. That's the biggest scam you have to look out for right there. I just saved you $1 trillion. I just saved you a gun to the face. Anyway, so yeah, keep it very short and direct when you're reaching out. I reach out to this person, and what I'm going to do is, what I would say is something like $550 cash. I can pick up the phone today. Right, so that's exactly what I would say. Keep it very simple, short, and direct. Understand your value. You are pointing out your most valuable thing right here, which is cash. I can pick up the phone today. That's all. So let's say we came to the average price of, okay, I will make profit if I buy this for $550 cash. That's exactly what I would send the seller is $550 cash. I can pick up the phone today. Nothing more, nothing less. That's it, right? Send the message and then send that to another 30 people, and you're most likely going to be able to secure a phone, right? So that is that right there. Now let's get into these free ads. So here's exactly how we're going to do these free ads. So do these on a burner account. This is very important. You want to be doing these ads on a burner account. You don't want to be doing this on your main Facebook account because it will get banned. It might get, there's a potential of the Facebook account actually getting banned, and also you might get flagged or just a whole bunch of bullshit you probably don't want to deal with on your main account. You won't be able to access Marketplace if you do. I learned all this the hard way. Next thing is I'm going to give you the exact pictures to actually do these with. I'm going to give you the titles and descriptions to do these with. And I'm also going to just demonstrate this right here. But you have to do these daily. You have to do these very consistently. And this is not something that you're going to do and then just get a bunch of people reach out to you. If you're doing these daily, you'll get maybe 1 or 2 people a day. But it is worth it because sometimes you'll have your lucky day where you get a phone and you make $200, $300 profit on. So this is exactly what I would have it set up as. So I have these pictures that I use. Oh, shit. I have the pictures that I use linked in the link in the description, and also the titles and descriptions I use and link in the description. So it's something like this. It's just a cash for phones. You're going to upload your picture. You're going to put a title, copy and paste on the titles I have. You're going to just put a price that kind of matches something like this. So if I were to, this is another thing, this will get you flagged super easily. So if I have a 15 Pro Max brand new and then I put the price is like $100, Facebook will flag that because it's not dumb. And obviously category would be cell phones. Condition doesn't really matter. Copy and paste one of the descriptions I have for you. Device name, unlocked, yes. It doesn't really matter that much what you put. Next. And then we're going to do public meetup. And then obviously you're going to publish this. So you would publish this and you want to list it in every single Facebook group possible. Specifically buy and sell groups and local like yard sale, garage sale groups. That's the groups that I post them in. And that seems to work the best. I get some people, I get a lot of leads from buy and sell groups and also yard sale, garage sale groups. So list those in as many Facebook groups as possible. Okay, that's exactly how to do them. Super simple. Now, next thing is going to be how to meet up with an actual customer. So now you know how to source the phones. Now here's how to meet up with a customer. First thing, don't be an idiot, dude. Meet in a public spot during the day. And if you're that sketchy, go in the spot. I mean, if you're that sketched out or you don't got hands, just meet inside the place. So if you're going to McDonald's, meet inside the McDonald's. If you're going to a Starbucks, meet inside the Starbucks, not in the parking lot. And that's just, you know, maybe if you're sub 200 pounds. Yeah. Next thing is obviously be cash ready. Don't be an idiot like that too. Don't be the guy who's like, oh, I forgot. Oh, can I sell you? No, nobody likes that guy. Right. So those are the only 2 things you really need to know is meet during a public spot during a day. Don't meet at night, especially if you don't got no hands and especially if you're lightweight. Next thing is cash ready. Always be cash ready. Don't be an idiot. Now, next thing is going to be actually how to check a phone. So use SIGW for everything to check every single IMEI. use SIG-W. I'm going to play a clip in a minute of exactly how to check a phone step by step by step by step. But always when you're using SIG-W, use the 12-cent checker. I can't express this enough. Don't be an idiot and lose $200 because you are not willing to spend 12 cents on checking a phone. Please don't be that guy. And also don't use a different IMEI checker. I've used every single IMEI checker in the book. None of them are as accurate as SIG-W 12-cent checker. That's the only accurate one. Yeah, I'm very passionate about that. And also avoid carrier locked phones. We talked about this a little earlier. You guys don't have wholesale buyers right now, so do not buy any carrier locked phones. Do not buy any iCloud locked phones. Do not buy any blacklisted phones. Shit like that. Only buy unlocked phones at this stage when you're buying your first couple phones. Also avoid phones with issues, what exactly I was just saying. So let me play a clip right now of exactly how to check the phone step by step. And I'm also going to show you how to quick start the phone if you show up to the meetup and the phone is fully reset. So I will play that right now. All right, so first thing you do at the meetup when you are looking at a phone is you always want to check the physical condition first. So shut it off, wipe the phone down with, your shirt or something like that so you can get all the fingerprints off it, and you just want to shine your phone flashlight on it. So shine your flashlight on it and you'll be able to see any visible scratches anywhere. So as you see, there's some scratching right there, so you could deduct for that. When you're at the meetup, you deduct for all these scratches, and some scratching over here too. So clearly that would be a deduction right there because all those scratches. Now again, you want to check the back. So is there any cracks, anything like that? Well, it looks like there is a little nick in this camera. I don't know if you can see that, but always check the camera lenses. Make sure that there's no damage in the camera lenses, and then always check the sides. Is there any nicks or anything on the side? Looks like these ones are good. And then when you go to actually checking the phone, so get into the phone. So first thing you do is you go to settings and make sure there's no iCloud. So make sure it says sign into your iPhone up here. And if it says their name or something like that up here, you want to make sure that they log out of their iCloud. So always make sure that their iCloud is gone. Now you want to go to general and then about up here. And now this will tell you pretty much everything about the phone. So it tells you the model name, what is it, a 12 Pro Max, the gigabytes, and is it carrier locked or unlocked, so no SIM restrictions, so this is unlocked. Tells you the network, and also the IMEI is right here. So you want to make sure, if he told you it was unlocked, make sure it's unlocked, make sure it's the right gigabytes, and we'll get to the IMEI in just a second. Before you check the IMEI, what I do is, first of all, I check the camera. Okay, does it work when you zoom in? Does it work when you zoom out? Okay, everything's good. What about on this side? Does it work when you zoom out and in? Is there any spots? No, there's nothing. Okay. Now, go back to here. Check the Face ID. Now, when you're checking a Face ID, this is what you do. So, let me position my face. And you want to circle your face around and make sure that these green lines show up. So, if those green lines show up, you don't have to do the whole thing. You just exit out because you know that it's good. You check the sound. Make sure it's not low. So make sure it actually works. Check all the buttons. Does the up down work? Okay. Does the power button work? Yes. Okay. And check the battery. Now, if the battery is anything below 86, I normally deduct about 30 or 40 bucks because I just say that, it's going to need a battery replacement soon. That's just an extra way to deduct and make more money. So now we're going to go to the IMEI, and now that number right here, you don't ever want to scan IMEI 2. Always scan IMEI 1, so I'll do that now. All right, now this is what you're going to have to do to check the IMEI of a phone. I suggest to create an account with this website and add like $5 or $10 on it, so you could use the checker that I use. I use iPhone carrier, FMI, and Blacklist. It costs 12 cents to check this. You just scan IMEI and then go here to picture. It's always going to be the first one. And it's pretty much that simple. It'll tell you everything about the phone. This other red stuff doesn't matter. This warranty status doesn't matter. The Apple Care eligible does not matter. All you're really looking for is it blacklisted and is it carrier locked or unlocked? And basically, that's pretty much all. So it tells you everything you need to know right here. And that's how you use it. All right, now this is going to be how to quick start a phone. So maybe you're in a rush or something and you can't quick start it. What you could do is tap down here in the bottom right, and it'll show you the IMEI, so you could just scan that right there. And then, so what we do is you would just click English, United States. Just wait for it to load. Continue. Set up without any other device, and then you always want to connect to Wi-Fi, so set up a hotspot if you have to. But if you did set up a hotspot, it would show up right here, and then you would just type in your passcode. So I just joined Wi-Fi. Now it says it's going to take a few minutes to activate. So it'll just take a few minutes to activate the phone. And then it'll come to this screen. You want to click Continue. Set up for myself. Always click Set up for myself. And then you just want to set up everything later. Just click Set up later. And then passcode options. And don't use passcode. Don't use passcode again. And don't transfer anything. And then once it gets to this screen, you just want to click that. Set up later. Don't use. Agree. And now you're pretty much past mostly everything. And then just want to click Not Now for basically everything. Down here. Continue, and then you're basically in the phone just like that. And now you can see, if, does it have an iCloud? Is there any other messages in here or anything like that? And that's basically how simple it is to quick start a phone. All right, we're back. Next thing is how to list the phone on Facebook Marketplace. So we're going to have a very simple title. We're going to have good pictures, and we're going to have a little bit of a pricing strategy there. And also good description so you don't get absolute retards reaching out to you. So let's do this real quick. This is what a good Facebook Marketplace listing looks like. So a phone like this, honestly, this is just a little tip. You don't have to do this. I used to do this when I was selling phones on Marketplace, first starting out, because it increased my profits just a little bit. And also I had these laying around because I'm not going to dive into it. I tried to start a charger business. I was like 13, bro. It never worked. But I had so many chargers left over. So I would just throw them in with my listings. And it increased it by like $20-$30. So you want to have a picture like this. Just like some decent pictures. They don't have to be that great. A picture like that, not bad. Picture of the back, not bad. Picture of the settings like this. You go to settings, general, and about. Something like that, just so you don't get idiots. Like that, so you don't get more idiots, right? It shows the phone is unlocked. It's no SIM restrictions. It shows the IMEI, so they can scan it if they're a little freaking weird about it. And then also, we'll show the battery health. So, very simple title. Like iPhone 14 Pro, 256 gigabytes, unlocked, mint condition. You want to put everything, toggle everything possible. So, used like new, Apple iPhone 14 Pro, unlocked, yes, internal memory 256, and also the description, just so you don't get idiots, right? We're just going to put iPhone 14 Pro, the gigabytes, the condition, the battery health, everything works, no issues, local pickup. That'll avoid, believe me when I say this, that will avoid so many dumb questions that you would get if you did not put that. Believe me when I say that, right? So that's that. That's exactly how to list the freaking phone on Facebook. That's like pretty much almost everything done. Now, exactly how to meet up with a buyer. Again, just a public location. And you want to be a little bit more And now if you were sketched out in the first place, you should be sketched out about selling your phone, because you're the one giving the person the phone and they're supposed to give you the cash. So especially if you don't got hands, meet inside the place, meet inside the McDonald's, inside the Wendy's, inside the Starbucks in broad daylight. Make sure you're not going to get messed up, right? Make sure you're not going to get scammed, because some of you guys are in some sketchy ass areas, and that'll happen. Believe it or not, yes, that'll happen. I've heard stories. So that is pretty much exactly how to start out phone flipping. Buy your first couple phones and kind of get through the bare basics and the fundamentals. Now, here's exactly how I scaled this business personally to those numbers I was showing you earlier within my first 6 months. So how to do at least $3,000 to $5,000 profit per month. So when it comes to making 3 to 5 to 10 to 15K a month, it is just all about really sourcing with a good system like that has leverage. So Facebook paid ads, and then selling your phones to wholesale buyers. So the system switches up a little bit. Now, what I just taught you on exactly how to begin this, you don't want to stay in that position of doing cold outreach and selling your phones on Facebook Marketplace forever, right? You could do that for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks until you get your first couple phones, just so you know the bare basics. But if you actually want to dive into this and you want a side hustle or a business, and you want to turn this into a business and be making, 8K plus a month, or you just want a side hustle that's making you 3 to 5K a month, you have to know when to switch your system up, and you have to know when to switch your vehicle. So that first vehicle is just like a bike, right? That first vehicle, cold outreach and Facebook Marketplace, that's just like a bike. It'll get you started, make you a couple $100 here and there. But if you actually want to turn this into something that makes you some more serious money, you have to switch from the bike to the car, right? So that's where sourcing comes in. That's where you start running Facebook paid ads to source your phones. You ditch cold outreach. And that's where you start selling your phones to wholesale buyers. And that's when you ditch selling your phones on Facebook. Now, if you're serious about actually taking this to the next level, I've helped a bunch of other people actually do this. So I've personally helped a bunch of people, more people than this. But like you see, like this dude, I helped him get to $5,000 profit his first month phone flipping, because like I said, you don't want to be doing this beginner stuff for a long time. So when I first start out with people, we normally get that done within the first week. You get your first 3 phones, your first 2 phones, you learn the bare basics of how to check a phone, then you dive right into the ads, as long as you have the money. Whereas if you have like a little bit over $1,000, you could dive into that, the Facebook ads and the buyers and stuff like that. So I helped him go from $0 to $5,000 his first month, $6K profit his second month, $2K profit his first month. You guys see all the people, and I even have people that are doing $17K a month. I have this dude, he's 17 years old, making $18K a month within his first 6 months too. This dude, he was already phone flipping. I took him from $4K a month to $10K a month. And when I say like I took him from $4K a month to $10K a month, he was on the bike. He was doing cold outreach. He was selling his phones on Facebook Marketplace, and I helped him get to $10K a month by just switching his vehicle. And you guys see the other people that I've helped. So you guys know exactly what I'm doing. And if you want help with all of this, and you want me to teach you exactly how to run these ads, and you want access to my personal wholesale buyers, and just give you the lessons, give you the exact strategy that I'm personally using now, you could book in a one-on-one call with me using the first link in the description. I'll pop a link in the description where you could book a call with me. And if we're actually a good fit to work together, and I think I could help you out with these Facebook ads and actually give you my wholesale buyers, I'll work with you one-on-one and just help you start and scale your phone flipping business. So yeah, if you want a personal mentor and you just want me to help you guide you there, I'll help you out. Just book a one-on-one call with me. Again, if you are a good fit, I'll give you access to kind of everything I know, the whole entire training that all these guys got access to. I'll give you the whole entire program that they got access to, and everything like that. Other than that, I hope this video provides some value to you guys. Again, if you are looking to take this seriously, you have to switch from the bike to the car as soon as possible. I see a lot of people stay on the bike for months and months and months, and you're just going to get stuck in a hamster wheel, right? So learn the bare basics, and then if you're more serious about this and you want to take it to the next level, hop on the car, get on the Facebook ads, get on the wholesale buyers, and if you want help with that, I'll give you my exact Facebook ad system, the exact ads I run, the exact buyers I sell my phones to, and I'll see you guys later.